Did you know that living alone in old age can be more liberating and peaceful than living with your children? Many people believe that after a certain age, the best option is to move in with their children, giving up time, energy, and privacy in exchange for care. But the truth is, many elderly people who live alone report more happiness, calm, better sleep quality, and fewer feelings of guilt or emotional overload. In this video reflection, we're going to talk about 7 powerful reasons why living alone in later life can be one of the healthiest and most comfortable decisions you can make, and why it might be time to stop silently shaping yourself around the needs and expectations of your children. This isn't about cutting ties or becoming isolated. It's about reclaiming your space, your rhythm, and your identity before all of that starts to fade away without you even noticing. Stay with me until the end. The 7th reason is rarely discussed, but it can completely change the way you see your role in the family. 1. Freedom to live your own way. One of the greatest joys of living alone after 70 is being able to choose how your day will unfold. Wake up when you want. Eat what you feel like. Have fun. Listen to the music you enjoy. Go out or rest whenever you please. No need to match anyone else's pace. Adapt to the tensions, noises, or rules of adult children, who often mean well but don't understand the value of quiet independence. One example, Batista, 81, moved in with his son after losing his wife. At first it seemed good, but soon he was eating on the family's schedule, watching shows he didn't like, and hearing criticism about how he organized the kitchen. He decided to rent a small apartment nearby, simple but his own. And for the first time in years, he felt relieved. Living at your own pace is a form of dignity, and over time, that freedom becomes even more precious. Beautiful. 2. Protection from emotional pressure. Living with your children can bring subtle feelings of obligation, guilt, and even emotional manipulation, sometimes without them realizing it. You become too available. You take care of the grandkids, give up your own plans, feel like a burden when asking for help. Yet you're expected to always be ready to help, right? That's what happened to Eleonora, 74. After a health issue, she moved in with her daughter to recover. She thought she'd have more time with her grandchildren, but she ended up cooking, cleaning, and hardly had time for herself. This went on for 3 years. When she finally found her own place, she not only got her routine back, but also improved her relationship with her daughter, because she was no longer the house helper, but a respected person again. Living alone is not selfish. It's about protecting your peace and setting healthy boundaries. Believe it. 3. Full control over your finances. When living with your children, it's common to start helping out financially, buying things here and there, covering a bill, helping with the kids. Little by little, your retirement money disappears and saying no feels wrong. Geraldo, 76, realized this. He was always helping his son, not because he was asked, but because he felt he should. Repairs, gifts, trips. Before he knew it, his financial security was gone. He changed. He moved to a senior living community with fixed expenses. 6 months later, he said the biggest gain wasn't just privacy, but clarity. Having control over your money is also about having respect for yourself. Peace. 4. Peace in family relationships. No matter how much we love our family, living under the same roof brings back old roles, tensions, and silent discomforts. You start walking on eggshells, avoid saying too much, and feel out of place in a home that isn't yours. Doris, 79, lived with her son and daughter-in-law. The small conflicts about the TV, how to raise the grandkids, house chores, made her feel invisible. One day, after overhearing whispers behind the door, she decided to leave. She found a senior community, made new friends, and most importantly, reconnected with herself. Happy? 5. Keeping your pride and dignity. As the years go by, preserving dignity becomes even more important. And nothing reinforces that more than having your own space, making your own decisions, and maintaining your independence. Russell, 83, used to joke that his daughter treated him like an app. She scheduled his appointments, chose his meals, even controlled his bedtime. Tired of feeling invisible, he decided to move. He found a place of his own, cooked what he liked, read, took walks, and his smile returned. Living alone doesn't mean doing everything alone. It means remembering you still have a voice, value, and the ability to lead your own life. Six, true connection with people in the same stage of life. Living with your children might seem like being surrounded by people, but often it brings loneliness. They have their routines, their screens, their own worlds. By moving into a place of your own, especially in communities with other seniors, real connections can blossom. Gloria, 77, rediscovered joy when she left her son's house and moved into a shared living complex. She made friends, shared stories, laughed like she hadn't in years. Living alone isn't living in isolation. Sometimes it's where real connection begins. 7. Teaching healthy boundaries to future generations. Perhaps the greatest gift of living alone with dignity is showing your children and grandchildren that it's possible to grow old without giving up who you are. You teach them that love isn't servitude, that you can help, visit, be present, without abandoning your identity or your dreams. George, 85, told his grandson, "I love you more than anything, but I also love myself. And I want you to remember that when you reach my age." He remained close to his family, but always respected his own limits. And that deeply marked the boy. Living alone can be a powerful example of balance. You show that you're still a father, mother, grandfather, or grandmother, but you're also you. Final reflection. Which of these reasons touched your heart the most? The freedom, the peace, the chance to teach by example? Living alone in old age isn't distancing yourself. It's honoring yourself. It's choosing comfort, clarity, and dignity in a world that too often expects the elderly to just keep giving in. You don't have to prove anything to anyone, but you still have so much to live, to teach, and to enjoy. If this message touched you in any way, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Your story matters, and your peace does too. See you soon.